We look for life on other planets, but we can't find it. Then science comes along and says we only see 4% of what's actually out there. So today we're going to try an exercise. We're going to look for life, but we're going to do it knowing that we're blind. So instead of judging what's out there based on what we can see, we'll try and judge things based on everything we can't see. Sounds weird, but we can do it. So up until today, when we were looking for life, we looked for planets with the same conditions as our planet, thinking that's what life needs to exist. A very geocentric approach, suggesting that we're the only ones with life, because that's all we can see, and therefore any other potential life needs to meet our conditions. This type of thinking resembles we're the center of the universe, we're the center of the solar system, and everything will need to align with us type of mentality, which usually turns out to be wrong. So now let's try this again, but this time we're starting from zero. We don't have any advantage or disadvantage over any other star or planet out there, at least none that we can see. And because we're starting from zero, our first question needs to be, does our sphere have life? And I think we can all agree the answer is yes. Our spinning sphere we call Earth has life. So the second question needs to be, is our sphere making this life on its own? Or is it coming from an outside source? And not even a minute into this exercise, and what do you know? We've already found life. We're asking if there's life out there, and it turns out we're not even the source of the life we have here. That's like your refrigerator asking, is there any electricity out there? So now that we've found life, we can evaluate it using the previous system, which is what we can see, meaning we're looking and there's nothing there. No people, no crust, nothing. Just fiery plasma that no living organism could survive on. Which is why when we ask, is there life out there, we're quick to skip over the sun as a possible contender. But we really shouldn't. We shouldn't skip over the most important piece of the puzzle. If a large spinning sphere is giving life to a small spinning sphere, that means the large sphere can't be less alive than the small receiving sphere. To put it simply, a pregnant woman can't be less alive than her fetus. That's just plain common sense. So plain common sense is saying the source of our life needs to be just as alive as we are. And if we can't breathe in space, if we can't hear or smell in space, that probably means we can't see in space either, meaning our eyes are rendered useless in assessing what the source actually is. And moving forward with this approach means the sun should have a surface with people walking on that surface this very moment. Sounds a bit out there, but if we cannot make a clear judgment based on what we can see, we need to use the clues we have based on the sun's relationship to us. If we approach this knowing 96% of what's actually out there is off limits, that could mean the sphere we call the sun has a crust, just like ours, with people walking on it just like we do. Except we don't get to see them because of something that we're going through. What if 96% of dark matter and dark energy are actually 96% of life we can't see? Nature be turning off layers of life for us specifically? Is this something nature is capable of? Is this within the realm of what's possible? Could it be that all the planets and all the stars all around us are actually fine, that there's nothing wrong with them? They're all alive and well, and we're the ones with the problem?